Did you see the crazy press conference at all? I sent you a couple clips. I'm sure that you saw it. Aaron Rodgers unpacking in Green Bay. He came in yesterday looking a little bit like Blade Runner with his hair in a man bun, a chill Kevin shirt on, flip-flops, a backpack. And today he unloaded a whole lot of cerebral Aaron in Green Bay. What do you make of what's going on there?
I think they made up and they don't want to tell us. You know, it's like you don't want to tell your friend when the girlfriend you broke up with and you said you weren't going to get back with her, and you do, and you don't know how to tell your friend. So you just say a bunch of stuff, and that's what this sounded like today. I just, if it's not personnel, then what is it? I just want to know, like, what else affects him doing his job.
And at this point, hasn't he earned the right to be in the conversation? There's no Packer quarterback who's been there longer. This is the 17th season. He is who he is. Hasn't he earned the right to be in the conversation?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, I think so. And the thing about it is, why wasn't he? Like, who doesn't ask their quarterback? Like, your quarterback's older than your head coach. Like, it just blows my mind. And these are the problems. These are the problems and the decisions. And I'm gonna say this. Obviously, I think the last two guys that's left that just has carte blanche to do this kind of stuff is, you know, Belichick and Greg Popovich in sports. I don't think anybody else can pull these kind of stunts. And when you look at what's happened with them two, with Kawhi Leonard wanting to leave San Antonio, and then Tom Brady leaving and going to win in Tampa, it's like people are questioning, you know, because we're not talking about the Spurs in the playoffs right now. We're just not. And last year, you know, we'll see, because New England did some different stuff. You just have to handle it different. And I don't know. I just felt like Green Bay was always a functional organization. We never heard these kind of things coming out of Green Bay. And here we are.
I blame it on the shareholders. Mike Del Tufo is a shareholder for Green Bay. So I think it's just bad management and bad shareholding.
Man, Del Tufo, you were probably like, you were like, oh, what?
Exactly.
When Schefter broke that story, I mean, I was like, it was like you were hearing a lie. It was the first time that Adam broke a story, and I was like, Adam's lying.
Because it seems ridiculous. It seems ridiculous.
Exactly. I mean, Adam breaks a lot of stories, and I'm like, oh man, there's Shefty. This one, I was like, he's lying. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Marshall. What do you think about? Rich has been on this too about the Tom Brady effect. That, like, Tom Brady basically saying, I'm out, I'm leaving New England, and then doing it his way, going to Tampa, them accommodating him in basically bringing in his friends, Gronk and Leonard Fournette and Antonio Brown. And then they won a Super Bowl, and then all these other quarterbacks, Rodgers, Russell Wilson, looked at that and went, why can't we do that here?
I want some of that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say more than anything, I'm going to put it, just to add a little twist to it, it was the fact that although Tom still wanted to play, New England they were not like, okay, let's do it Tom's way, after all that he had done. And if I'm looking, I'm like, okay, he's won this many Super Bowls, I've won this many. Hold on, wait, they got rid of Favre for me. I got to get out of here.
Right.
I got to go somewhere where they're going to let me kind of have some say. And the reality is that's what he's looking for. He's looking for more say. Now, whether he's going to have that, I don't know. It's tough, man. And players are starting to understand the dynamic of the power that they have in the game. And let me say this: the quarterback, because of how much they're paying them and how we have put so much onus on the position to where, I mean, they control the game. They literally control the game.
Marshall, the power shifted, and it keeps shifting in the National Football League. Davante Adams was asked today if he would take a discount if Rodgers is back in 2022. He said, that's not going to happen. What other profession do you see where you take less than what you've been earned? I've earned the right to be paid the highest in the league. If somebody had asked you to take a discount, what would you, oh God, what would you have said to them, Marshall Faulk?
Hey, man, listen, I took discounts from my last year in college all the way down to when I played Little League. All that was discount. You got to see free football. When it's time to get paid, it's time to get paid.
That's right.
Talk about no discount. Go walk into Neiman Marcus and ask for a discount.
So true.
Yeah, go try that. You walk into Saks and ask for a discount. They gonna send you to off Saks Fifth Avenue. They got a whole different. They don't even do this. They got a whole different store. If you want a discount, that's what I'm talking about. You don't do that. Why do you put in the work? Why do you put in the work? You know,
it's bananas.
This game is, man, it's amazing. It's amazing, and it's amazing at who they pull that crap with.
Right.
That's the thing that gets me. It's amazing at who they pull that crap with. Like, I was just thinking, like, okay, so Matthew Stafford just went to a better team with a better coach in a better situation. Did he take less money?
Well, the price of living is very high in Malibu. We can't ask him to take a cut.
Listen, he's been balling over budget for a long time. Let's be real. And now you get on a better team. He should have went in and say, "Hey, you guys want $10 million?
Yeah, I'll give you money back." Yeah.
Who you guys want to get Julio Jones? I can give you 10. We can get Julio. Like, he should have been doing anything. But we don't. We just don't ask that from the position. I mean, I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, and you would think Green Bay, knowing Aaron, it's his 17th year with the team. Like, they know his personality. They had to have known this wasn't going to fly with him.
But let's just say this. And nobody said this because the totality, we're thinking about Aaron Rodgers leaving. Like, that's what we're thinking about. Hey, Aaron Rodgers played awful in the game. They lost because of his interceptions.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm just saying. And normally when they lose, it's not his fault.
Right.
It's just not his fault. It's not. It's like the offensive line or this or that. You know, or defense couldn't stop nobody. But I'm just going, like, Tom Brady outplayed him.
Well, it wasn't Aaron's decision to kick a field goal either.
Well, it was Aaron's reason why they were kicking a field goal.
Well, he didn't run it in, I guess.
Hey, I'm just listen, man. Listen, we play the game. We play the game. You open yourself up for everything. You know, it's like, all right, these decisions need to be made, and the questions got to be asked.
Are you surprised that he showed up? Are you surprised that Aaron's back?
Man, that's a lot of money on the table. Like, when people talking about, oh yeah, he's gonna sit out, it's a lot of money on the table. I don't care what you say. Like, you show up to camp and don't do nothing, but you don't not show up. That's a lot of money.
Because there was the check that he would have to write. I mean, it started with a 30. I mean, that's a check if he sat out. I mean, that's a lot of coin.
Yep. You know, and here's the thing. Where else? Like, he didn't have a destination. Like, it's not like he had a place he could go. He just didn't have that. He doesn't have it. Some stuff has to happen for things to happen his way. I mean, if they hadn't drafted Trey Lance, I mean, San Francisco would be a lock. Mm-hmm. And maybe they still are. To give that kid, a couple of years to maybe sit behind him? Maybe next year, who knows?
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.